formulas also. And if a question is not clear, guys, please ask, okay? I mean, it's better to ask rather than to give me a wrong answer. So if a question is not clear, I'm not giving the solutions, but of course, if a question is not clear, I'll do it. Okay, so we were doing week, I can't even remember now. Okay, so let's open up your script. So summer 2018 and Wednesday. Okay, so week 11 becomes week 12 now. Make your, run the script once. It was running last week. Run it once, make your ERDs. And you have to give me the ERDs as a paper copy for the assignment. So I don't see you till the week after, right? So just submit them on Black. So I'm assuming it will be some kind of a soft copy, right? Or if you're doing it by hand on a paper, just click a picture. So submit it by Sunday and then give it to me when you see me in class on Wednesday, right? So that way you don't have to look for me, but I know it has been submitted on time. So submit it with the script, submit your SQL and submit that, whether it's a whatever kind of copy, if you want to take a picture or whatever, and then give it to me in class. Only one per group is required. I only need one per group. And only one of you needs to submit per group. So if you have to resubmit, please see the same student resubmits. Otherwise, I won't know which one to mark, okay? And I don't want to kind of keep wasting. And again, remember, everything must work. Everything you know must work. So wherever the script stops running, I'm stop marking, because now I'm in panic mode. With 3 weeks to go and so much to mark, I really don't have time to go on where did you go wrong. I'll give you the solution, of course. Then you can keep thinking yourself, but the script must run. So till wherever it runs, I'll mark it. And then I won't mark it after that, even if it is correct. So the best thing is, if a particular question is causing problems, comment it out. And please number your question, guys, please. Many of you just don't number it, and then I'm looking for, oh, is it in the right sequence? And if you miss something, then of course the sequence is gone. Okay, so if you're not doing a question, just put the question number or don't put it, so that I know you haven't done that particular question. Okay, because there's a lot to mark. There are almost 18 queries that you are doing. 16 and 15 and 16 have 2 parts. So do them well, and you're kind of 75% ready for your final exam if you do that well. Okay, let's draw the ERD, except that here we go. So what was it called is the biggest thing. DBBA2. Okay. Underscore 2. Oh no, just the BA2. Okay, so there we go, right? So we refresh our memories. This was about information about beers, right? And then so we had information about brewers. So basically people, not people or companies who brew beers. Then information about beers, the different kind of beers. Information about the cases, the sizes of cases that they're available in. And there were 3 of them, 6, 12, and 24. And then came the price of the beer in different cases for different brewers. And at the end, the table was about the sales, how much sales were made. And there was a quantity in there. So if I wanted to find out the total sales, I'll have to multiply the quantity by the price to give me the total sales. And there's a question like that in your assignment too. You have to multiply something and then you have to sum it up also. So if I say, okay, find out the sum of sales made on a particular date, then basically quantity multiplied by price, and then you sum them all together. So you use the sum function and you do multiplication of the two fields. And there is a question like that, if I'm not mistaken, in your assignment. So I've tried my best to give you everything that we've done in class so that you see everything, so that the exam is like a piece of cake for you. Okay, when you do the exam, because you've done so much. And I again repeat, guys, please do it together. When I say together, don't just, if both of you want to do it and then compare and see if you understand each other. But sit together and do it. Don't say you do joins, I'll do subqueries. It won't help. In the final exam, then one of you will be good in joins and one of you will be good in subqueries. Whereas the exam will have both of them. Okay? So do it together, whatever way you like it. There are so many means these days. I mean, you don't have to be physically together to do it. Even online on Skype or wherever you can discuss things. So do it and you'll be fine. As I said, if you're doing it, you're kind of reviewing 75% of what will come in the final exam in terms of joins and subqueries. Okay, so as I said, if you wanted to find out, so here was the sales one, which was giving you the quantity. So if I said, okay, sum up all the sales that were made on a day, a particular day, the date is here, the quantity is here. You have to pick up whatever date, same dates, take the quantity, multiply it by price, add them all up, and then it will tell you, oh, this was the sales that were made on a particular date. So you may have to do more than one function sometimes, or sum up this multiplied by this. And there is a question, I'll see if I can during the break, I'll kind of just let you know that be careful about this question. I forget what question number it was. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. So we basically know about primary keys, we know about foreign keys, we know what a self-join is, we know self-referential keys and how self-referential foreign keys and the rule of inserting records. And remember, all this will be asked somehow or the other in the exam. So you should be aware of it. And InnoDB is usually the engine in what we are using, the software we are using, but we never assume anything. So if you're going to give me a script, please see that you have the InnoDB, because InnoDB does support foreign keys, whereas it is not supported by ISAM. And all these ISAM, InnoDB are examples of storage engines. And these storage engines kind of say how the data is being stored and worked upon so that you get your results. So they're important. What works, what doesn't work, you have to know it. Okay. Okay, having said that, let's go back and look at what we were doing. I think we had done a couple, if I'm not mistaken. So notice here, for example, a few beers were sold on 15th of March. And I want to know what sales were made. I want to know the total of this. So I have the quantity and I have the beer. So I'll have to take the quantity from here, multiply by the price, and then sum all three up and say, oh, that was the sales that were made on 15th of March. So you may have to be working with functions on records. So this data has the beer case ID and it has the quantity and it has the sale date. So if a question says, what were the total sales made on 15th of March? Then you have to say, oh, okay, so the date has to be 15th of March. So you have to do two things, check the date. Then this quantity is given to you, 1, 1, and 2, for example. This quantity has to be multiplied by the price that you get from the prices of your other table, which has price, this one, this table, the table above. So the beer case ID will tell you this beer case ID is the same as case ID here, if I'm not mistaken, right? So these two have to be matched. So this has to be matched with this. This quantity has to be multiplied by this price. And then all three have to be summed up to give you the total sales made on 15th of March. So a question like this definitely is also in your assignment. I remember where you do sum of and you multiply something by something. I can't remember what it is now. Okay. Okay, let's come to what we were doing. So we know inner joins, we know outer joins, we know natural joins, we know we can use on, we can use using, we can use commas. So in this one, I've stuck to commas because we've done quite a bit of joins with ons and using. So I'm giving you everything. If it is not asked, it's up to you, whatever you want to use. If you want to use a comma, if you want to use the word inner join, whatever. If nothing is mentioned, then it's entirely up to you. I did stick to inner join, the word inner join and using and on in the first quite a few examples so that you keep it in your brain that if I forget the joining condition, I'll never get the correct answer. Okay, so look at your answers, double check them. Maybe in the exam, I'll give you the answers and show them to you so that then you don't have to say, oh, is my answer wrong or right? So that will save you time, right? So I'll see how it goes, okay? Okay, so we were doing, oh, we had done 2, which was saying show me the brewer names and their beers in one ordered list, which was okay. We had also talked about ascending and descending orders and major key and minor key, and they can go to any level, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It depends upon how many fields do you want to sort. And I had mentioned that the sequence in which you write your tables in your inner join really doesn't matter because you're doing an inner join. So if there are 3 tables, there will be definitely two joining conditions. So this way you can remember 3 tables, 2 joining conditions, 2 tables, 1 joining condition. You can either use 1 or 2, which is the position of your field. Remember, this 1 and 2 is the position of your field in the select clause. Don't forget that it's not in the table. It has nothing to do with the table. So when I say order by 1 descending and then 2, I'm basically saying 1 should be in ascending order and 2 should be in descending order. And again, you can change. You can say order by 2, 1. Nothing stops you. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3. You can just go to 1, right? It's not necessary that you have to do it this way. I may go the other way. So when I run this one, basically, so the beer names come first. So let's run it. So notice the beer names come first, and then inside the beer name, the cases are coming. You could do the opposite. Nobody stops you. So if you want to do the opposite, all you do is you go by 2, descending, and then 1. It's not necessary that they have to be in sequence. All I'm saying is this position, this 2 and this 1 are the positions of the fields on which you want to order. So 1 and 2 are positions of the field in the select clause. Okay, you have to remember this. So now it will be opposite. All 24s will show, then all 12s will show, then all 6s will show. And inside them, the beers will show. Right? So if you try this now, so 2 is your case size. Uh-oh, some error. No query was completed. Oh, there it is. It is there. I was just looking. So see, all 24s, all 12s, and all 6s. Why? Because you said I want to show by case size descending. 2 descending means case size is descending. And then inside descending, you said my beer name is ascending. So let's see, is the beer name ascending? Yep, 50 blue Canadian Cremel export, highlight, light, whatever. So stop till here. And then again in 12, it is ascending. Again in 6, it is ascending. So it's not necessary that you go 1, 2, that you have to go in sequence. It's whatever sequence you want, right? So here basically I've done beer cases are, so you can add if you want. You can say order by case size descending and beer name within in ascending order. So let's do. So all I was trying to show you that you can use numbers here instead of using the name of the field, which you can. I mean, nothing stops you, but you can use numbers also. And actually, you can also use this alias names, but the problem with alias names is it has to be a single word. But mine is case size. And the price also has a dollar, though it is a word. Word means there's no blank in between. So maybe it will work. I'm not sure. But I usually don't even look at alias names because either you use the names of the fields or you use the positions, because you can see both. You can see the name of the field right away here, and you can see the positions also here. So this one will show you by 24, 12, 6. And within each one of them, your beer will be in ascending order. So notice, pay attention what it is doing. Within 24, here, within 24, notice how this is in ascending order. Once 12 starts, again, it is in ascending order. Once 6 starts, again, it is in ascending order. So it's descending order of cases, 24, 12, and 6. And within them, it's ascending order of beer, right? So you can decide how you want to show your result. I mean, when I say you, I mean the programmer. Your application can decide. In an exam or an assignment, of course, I decide. Okay, so you can do it whatever way is asked. If nothing is asked, even then human beings like to see data in order form. It makes it easy to read. So now you can compare. Oh, this is these are the prices of all the 24 cases one. Here are the prices right here. If you didn't want to do it by beer, but by price, all I had to do was, instead of 1 here, I would have put 3 here. And now it will show by ascending order of price. So I'll know, oh, this is the cheapest and this is the most expensive. So whatever you like to do. Okay, so first is the major field, and within the major field, your second field, then the third field, fourth field. It can go on till wherever you like, basically wherever you like. You can pick up fields from all the tables you are joining. You may not pick up any field at all. It's not necessary, oh, if I'm joining tables, I need to pick up a field. Maybe you need to join them, but you don't need to pick up a field. Try the 3 one. Instead of 1, try 3. See what will happen. See what will happen. Now the prices will be in, notice, so very quickly I can say 24, these are the prices. So if you kind of look at the 24 ones, the prices now have gone in ascending order. So it's telling you that the cheapest is High Life and the most expensive is the Cream. So depending upon what you want to see in your result, what are you interested in? Are you like when you go to websites and you look for something, there are so many things you can do. You can say, it says sort by brand. It says sort by price. It asks you, you can do it however way you want. That's all it is doing. It is showing you data in a certain order. Right? So if this is what you want to do, that, oh, I want to see the cheapest from the cheapest to the most expensive one, do it price wise. Right? So again, to all 24 together, all 12s and all 6s are just putting the cases together. So it really depends on the question as to what you want to do, or of course your client, what or he or she wants you to do. So again, this 2 and 1 are positions of the field in the select clause. So what is 2? The size. And what is 1? The beer name. So the major field is the size. So all 24s will come first, then all 12s, then all 6s. And within them, the beer names will come by ascending order, since I didn't say anything. Okay, so be careful about ordering. You have to understand how ordering works, because it's very natural to do ordering in almost all queries, because humans like to see things ordered. Think of it yourself. If you had a dictionary and you were looking for something and it was not ordered, think about it. Like, it would be hell looking for a word. Or if in a book you didn't have an index at the end and you wanted to search for something, it would be so difficult. Same is the case here. You want to see your results. There are thousands and thousands of records. You don't want to search through them. But if the records are ordered in a certain order, you can see them quickly, right? You can look at them quickly. That's the main advantage of ordering by. Okay, let's go to the third one. Oh, it says add the brewery into the case selection list. Which case selection list? That's kind of an odd question. Oh, case selection, all case selections, maybe to 2 then, right? That's what it means. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. My own questions don't make sense. Add the brewery into the above now. Let's say question number 2 in query 2. Because here I've said all case selections. Right? So that's what it means by case selection. So now I also need to know which brewery is brewing that beer. So definitely I have 3 tables already. So if I now need to know the brewery name, I need another table. I need a 4th table, right? Because the name of the brewery is coming from a 4th table. So the 4th table is called whatever, but at least I can pick this up. And I'll show you a different ordering just for the heck of it. And we'll see how we want to order it, okay? Semicolon is missing, that's why it's crying. Okay, so now the fourth table to be added is called table brewers. So you can put it wherever, really doesn't matter. I mean, if you're going by whatever is in your head. That's my fourth table. I've added a fourth table because they also want the name of the brewery. And you can add the name of the brewery wherever you want. It really doesn't matter. If you want to give it a name, because I've given alias names and I will need it in a joining condition. So here we are, brewery name, and it was called, I think it was called brewer name. I'll check up the ERD. So let's see what it was called. So go to your EER. Where are you, brewery? Here. Yep, brewer name. And it was called Table Brewers. So we are right with the field name. As soon as you add a fourth table, you'll have to go back and look. Okay, what am I matching now? This table is linked to this table, right? And notice how the ID here is equal to the brewer ID here. And that will give you your joining condition, right? So the the ID in the brewer's table should be equal to the brewer ID in the table beers. So go back here and add that condition. Add it. And so we have BR and the ID in there, and the other table was the B table, the beers table, and it was called brewer ID there. There, add your condition. Now you will see the name of the brewery, then you will see the name of the beer, then you will see the case size, and again, since everything has a name, let us give it a heading 2. And now you decide how you want to order it. If you want, you can order it by the brewers. Inside the brewers, you can order it by the beer name if you like, right? And then by price. So it really depends on you. So let's order it. So all brewers will come together. That's my first one. So order by 1. So that's first. Okay, so inside that, if you would like to just order by cases or by maybe the name of the beer or maybe by the price, really doesn't matter. It really depends on what you want to do, right? So maybe by cases then, which is 3, right? So for one brewery, it will show 24, 12, 6, 24, 12, 6, 24, 12, 6. That's how it will show. And maybe inside there again, instead of maybe taking your price this time, but the beer is only, we can go by price, which is your field number 4. And they're all in ascending order. If you want to change any one of them into descending order, go by, just put descending after it. So by brewer name, inside brewer name, in there, so that's your major field. In there, what is your 3? By case size. And in there, by price. Oh, but each brewer is only brewing 12, 24, and 6, right? So it doesn't make sense by price then. It's 12, 24, 12, 6, 24,